Welcome back. Well, look who I have here from AutoNation over there at Toyota of Irvine. We have Ephraim here today, and welcome.
Welcome. Good morning, Ken.
Good to have you. Great.
Thank you. I love coming with you.
I know it's always good to have you here,
Thank you.
And we got Thanksgiving starting tomorrow,
Yep.
and all good stuff happening. Mm-hmm. And you know, we're going to first talk about something really nice that you folks did was it a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, it was last week.
Tell us about this. The AR in conjunction with AARP.
AARP and the Hartford sponsored a smart technology driver course inside the dealership. We spoke about it a couple times here, and it was neat. I received a couple of RSVPs, which I was really grateful for. But you know, a whole bunch of folks showed up. We filled it. We filled the place. Really, it was wonderful, and as we were just talking, it was a great time of, you know, good information exchange. There's so much technology in these cars to talk about. Yeah. But then, you know, just to come, it was a 10:30 late morning event. We had some fun food. We got a chance to visit and meet some people we haven't said hello to yet. And so that's always a great time. I want everyone to know that this is a go-to place where you can just simply get help, whatever it might be.
And you know what's very important about that? You mentioned all the technology, and yes, there's the obvious technology. You have the infotainment system.
That's right.
How to get through there, and how to hook up your phone and all that. But there's a lot of tech in the car that kind of pops up or beeps up at you.
That's right.
And you may not know what the heck happened. And I had mentioned this, I might have mentioned this to you on the particular vehicle that I have. I had it for a couple weeks, and I went to back up, and it stopped. Go, what the heck happened?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out it has a thing on it, you know, a collision prevention thing.
That's right.
And it sensed something behind me, so you just felt it break, which is a good thing. But at first, I thought, what happened?
It can be alarming.
Yeah.
Because you're not sure what the car is doing.
Yeah.
And how about if it does it while you're going towards a car in front, and you begin creeping a little closer than the car wants you to, and it just stops.
Yeah.
And you're not sure what's happening.
Right.
You want to be aware of those things, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot. Making sure your blind spot monitor, whether it's going to come on automatically or does that button need to be pressed so I can shut it off?
Yeah.
Things like that. So it was good. Lots of great questions came up. We did spend some time going over the Takata airbag recall and just, you know, calling out.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit more, because you and Steve have mentioned this a few times, and of course the Takata airbags that we're talking about were in. It seems like every make and model. I mean, it wasn't just Toyota. It was everybody had this same.
They made it for everyone.
Yeah, they did. And there were problems with the airbag, and some of them go back how many years now?
Ooh.
12, 13 years
12,
or
13,
more.
14 years, you
and
bet.
People could still be driving around in these cars.
Easily.
You know, they maintain them well, they keep going, but they have a very serious issue that they need to first become aware about and then know how to take care of it.
That's right. And, you know, your manufacturer, and of course we're Toyota, we're a Toyota dealer. So, but if you call in, we can look it up for any car. And just direct you, and that's really, and so really to mention it and to continue to mention it as we have, it's really just a message of just, you know, this is really super important. It needs your immediate attention. There are some people that think it's no big deal. You know, my car is still running well. Of course, it's going to run well, but the airbag there is there for that planned accident, and it's there, and we want to make sure that's going to deploy correctly, and of course there's no charge on any of this. And as we were talking about on air before we came, is that, you know, well, there's no expense there. We'll give you even a loaner car to use, a rental car in the meantime if it takes a day or two. We'll come even pick up the vehicle from your location and drop it back off. Yeah. Whatever it might be.
Let me ask you something on this, and I don't know if you folks mentioned this before. Is it the airbag deployment system for the entire vehicle, or is it the one on the steering wheel?
It could be either one.
Okay.
Some are different. Some are just the passenger side.
Okay.
I was surprised. Yeah, I saw some data that showed on a certain make of car, it was just the passenger side and how it just didn't deploy well, or it had a known issue on several deployments, you know, in other parts of the country, and that was just enough. And as Steve alluded to one time about some cars, as they experience lots of warm weather and how that can affect the bag deployment itself. So, yeah, wow. I know it's interesting. The technology there is amazing, and obviously it's there to just save your life. You don't want it to deploy and also create its own, injuries in conjunction with its deployment as well, which can happen.
And what year did it go up to? If somebody has like a 2017?
Yeah, sure. I've seen 2017. And remember that we're talking about the Takata airbags. There's lots of other minor adjustments on recalls that come about, and any recall that happens is just a good notice coming from NHTSA, allowing our customers to have just everything done perfectly and everything in terms of safety, that we pay a lot of attention to it. And as technology and information comes in, we're able to make these adjustments so that we can, and that's where they come up with a recall on something. Not necessarily, some of those are super safety related, but they still need to be addressed for future. Yeah.
Okay. What about someone who has a different make and model? I know obviously you folks work on different makes and models because you sell used vehicles.
That's right.
If they call you up, can you, because this is a Takata issue, can you help with that, or maybe at least steer them in the right direction?
We just steer them in the right direction, because the manufacturer is the one that needs to always do that. You bet. Special tools, special parts that will only come to any manufacturer, whether it's a Honda or a Toyota. But we want to be that point of contact so that we can direct you.
Yeah, and they'll do that.
You betcha. We'll help you with an appointment at a nearby dealership.
Yeah, and that's you guys are good guys, and but this is really a very important issue, and there's a dozen years worth of this.
It sounds almost silly that we keep talking about it, but it is that important, Ken. So thanks for letting us bring that to our attention.
If you are not sure where to look, you have the VIN number, which I know is right under the windshield. There's other places as well. If you still happen to have your original paperwork, it's going to be on there. So you can go that way, and that's what they need to look that up. And there's probably ways to look it up online, but you're unsure.
Yeah. And like I said, if you just call in to us, give us your the license plate number, we just look up everything from there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's even easier.
It is that easy. Yeah, it really is that easy.
Very good. Yeah. All right. So I know this weekend is probably, although it's going to be a rainy one, but you got Black Friday going on, and
you bet.
You got some deals going on there.
We do. And it's always an exciting time of year, because in the next 3 days or 4 days from Black Friday, we will accumulate more volume in sales in those 4 days than in any 4 days of the year. It's huge.
I bet.
It's huge. And so we're grateful. We have a great inventory. I've got a great staff. And you know what? There's lots to be thankful for. And so like we said, I love Thanksgiving because it reminds us to just be thankful for everything.
Well, I really appreciate you folks.
Yeah, thank you,
for coming on. Of course, say happy Thanksgiving to Steve.
Happy Thanksgiving.
He's probably already got the drumstick and ready to go.
He's already going for it. You bet.
I bet. Ephraim, thank you very much.
You're the man. Thank you.
You take care. And, they're right down the road there, AutoNation, Toyota, Irvine. And remember, above anything else, check about your airbag.
Yep.
No matter what else comes about, whether you want a new car or used car, you don't even want a new vehicle right now. If you've got a Toyota, call them and get that taken care of.
That's right.
And see if there's a problem.
Yep. Thank
you. All right.
Ken.
You take care.
Appreciate you.
We'll be right back.
Yep.